Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go getimism number 505. 505. No, 505. For February 20th, 2016. So we had the Mind Right and Body Better Fitness program today, and it was hot. It was dope. We got a lot of cardio in today, and we also did some weight training. I'll put the videos up in a little while, but yeah, I'm saying, just wanted to let y'all know that. You need to be down with this Mind Right and Body Better Fitness program thing. Tonight, I want to talk to y'all about people who think that people who do things or workplaces or live in areas differently than they do are low class and don't know nothing. We always thinking that somebody is low class or that they stupid or don't know nothing. Because if they wasn't low class, then they wouldn't be here. Or they wouldn't talk like this. Or they wouldn't act like that. Or they wouldn't work this place. Or they would have more of this, that, and the third. I mean, it sounds like the evidence kind of supports that, right? If you see somebody that works in a fast food job, then we look at them like, oh yeah, this person probably either is on drugs or was on drugs, just came home from jail or something like that, or they're uneducated, they don't have nothing going on for them. As much as we try to get away from that, it takes a lot of practice to get away from that type of thinking. Like somebody can't start an entry level position somewhere, because when you are flipping burgers or dropping fries at a Fortune 500 company like McDonald's or KFC, Popeyes, because that's what they are. They're Fortune 500 companies, $1 billion companies. That's what they are. Chain of restaurants. It's a franchise, but we don't look at it that way. We don't look at it like that's an entry level position. We look at it like, all I know is that that's not a place that I would want to work at, and I wouldn't want anybody that's associated with me to have to work at a place like that. But we also discount the fact that you go where your ambition tells you to go. You go where your ambition tells you to go. So it ain't where you start, it's where you finish. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. It's not even always where you at. It's about where you at and where you're going to. If you have a plan to do something, okay, I don't want to beat this thing in the head about the whole McDonald's thing, but feel what I'm saying right now. If you start off flipping burgers at McDonald's, of course you're going to make minimum wage in a lot of areas. Some areas, like out in the suburbs, they pay a little bit more. And they've been fighting, this whole $15 an hour wage thing for fast food workers and all of that. How far that goes, who knows? They may not get the whole $15, but they may get, like, if they get $11 or $12, at least that'll put them in a higher bracket than they had previously been. But when you're at any entry level position, anywhere you work to get yourself to the next level. So you can become a manager at a fast food place, and you can become an executive manager, and you can become a regional manager, which will put you in a 6-figure salary range. You can do these things. It's not all about the name of the company. You think that the only jobs that are available in fast food are people who cook the food? It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And you don't know where you see where those people are working at, but you don't see where they finish. And I knew a lot of people that work, like a lot of my friends worked at fast food restaurants when we were younger. When we were teenagers and stuff, we had after school jobs. And most of them that I know worked there, they told me that was some of the best training that they ever received. Some of the best training, regardless of whether they stayed in the hotel, restaurant industry. Regardless of that, they said that when you work at a non-chain restaurant, your experience at a fast food restaurant makes it so much easier, because you gotta hustle, you gotta bust ass. So you can never discount the power of training. And if you work for a place, that gives you that training, then it makes it better for you. But the thing is, we want to call people low class. We want to call them uneducated. We want to call them, bums and all of that kind of stuff when they're making an honest living. That's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. But we do it. Same thing as people who live in the hood. I don't live uptown. I don't live in high society. I don't, live in a high income neighborhood. So I must be broke. I must be dumb. I must be uneducated. Because if I wasn't broke, if I wasn't dumb, if I wasn't uneducated, then I would choose a better place to live. It's asinine. It really is asinine, because when you think about it, you don't know what goes through a person's head. For example, maybe, just maybe the love of your people is so strong that you have seen the beauty in the neighborhood that you live in, even though it may be riddled with crime. Maybe certain neighbors and all of that kind of stuff that are not involved with the crime, so you are able to see the big picture and not just the part that makes the news. Perhaps. You never know. Or maybe you are a community activist and you choose to live in the community that you are working to improve. Possibly. Nah, no way, right? No, because you have to be a fool to live around those savages. Those no good niggas. Those stupid, uneducated, violent niggas. You went to school, made a bunch of, and got a good education and made some money. You ain't gonna live down there. Ever heard of Spike Lee? Spike Lee lived in Brooklyn. Yeah. Made a lot of money. Chose to live in Brooklyn. Anyway, and that's just an entertainer. I hate to use entertainment references. However, there are some entertainers that do things that stand out. And when they do certain things that the public can't understand, but that I do understand the science of. When I know they got that black shit in their heart. Black in a good way. Not the normal way that black is used. But anyway, so, we look at people, we take the external features of a person and we make certain assessments that may not always be accurate. As far as I'm concerned, the only way to measure somebody's intelligence is to give them something to do that requires intelligence. By the way, intelligence means learning ability. It doesn't mean that you're smart necessarily. It's a measure of your ability to be able to learn. That's what intelligence means. So you may not know a whole lot of shit. You may not have even learned how to read. But that doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. Because you have the ability to learn anything that's presented to you. It could be that you just haven't been exposed to a lot of things. But maybe the things that you have been exposed to, that you have such a tight grip on them, that your evidence is very evident. Your intelligence is very evident, I should say. But people don't want to see all of that. See you working in a blue-collar job, you must not be all that smart. It ain't where you start. It's where you finish. That's what it's about. So, my conversation would be different if it wasn't for the fact that there are plenty of people who have gone to school but don't seem to have a whole lot of what people call common sense. They can't figure. They may be able to figure out certain concepts, and they may be able to figure out. They may be able to do everything in math and science and things like that, but they can't figure out people. So they have a real problem getting along with folks. And it's really hard to get anywhere in this world if you don't know how to get along with people, because every job requires that. And even to have a harmonious life, just to be able to enjoy life the way it was meant to be, you have to be able to get along with people. Because it's a lonely existence when you have everything but you ain't got nobody. And it's hard to keep people on your side when you keep measuring people up to be low class and stupid, don't know nothing. So you're putting yourself on a pedestal. Don't nobody want to see you there. Because it's not, you got to let other people ring your bell. You can't ring your own bell all the time. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So whether you work at McDonald's or whatever, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if you a bum on the street, and I sure wouldn't care if you are a drug addict, because I know a lot of really really intelligent drug addicts. Grew up with a bunch of them. And I can't escape that thinking. Now, I know that they're real people. So, try to get to know people better. That's really the thing that I'm trying to get across to you more than anything else. Try to get to know a person for what they have in their heart and what they have in here. And all you have to do in order to see that is to start a conversation with somebody. You'll see what somebody knows based on their conversation. Even if they don't speak with very good diction or write with good grammar, or speak very, very well. They may have other ways of communicating with you that lets you know, like, this person. If you think that they could have been something, that kind of means that they already are something, don't it? Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And just know. First of all, intelligence is your ability to learn. It's your learning ability. It doesn't mean what you already know. It doesn't mean that. It means what you have the ability to learn. And everybody has a way of learning things. But the teacher has to be right sometimes, because everybody doesn't learn things in a certain kind of way. We get trained to learn things in a certain kind of way. And if we don't get trained in that way, or if our genetic programming is a little off, then we can write people off as being stupid when they might be geniuses. They just might be. You never know. Think about how many people who have autism but they fucking smart as shit. You like, what the hell? It's crazy, right? Holla at y'all later, though. Holla at y'all later. What's going on? Video freezing? You know what I'm saying? UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. Go to the website. Get down with the movement. The movement is moving fast, it's moving in the right direction, and we want y'all to move right along with it. So get with that. Daily Go Get a Business Show every day at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single day. Call in number 347-677-1533. blogtalkradio.com /Sun752. Holla at y'all later.